How you doing, YouTube? Joe here again, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a review today on my Avet SX single speed non-MC cast, basically bare bones Avet SX 5.3 to 1 gear ratio reel. And this is a lever drag reel, smallest one that Avet makes actually. And I really like it, and I'm really picky on my features, my reels, and what I like. I mean, there are some things I don't like, and we'll go over that. But I'm gonna go over the basic features of this reel. And first of all, I'm gonna go off with weight. It's 14.8 ounces, and it doesn't feel heavy. It's not overly heavy. Being all machined aluminum, you're gonna get a little more weight than say a graphite reel. But I mean, you get what you pay for, and I prefer the aluminum. The reel puts out 9 pounds of drag at strike, and it puts out 14 pounds at full, and that can be adjusted. And that's one of the features I'm gonna go over that I really like. Is that if you're using monofilament, say 15 pound, 14 pound test, 20 pound test, whatever, and you don't need, say 14 pounds of drag, you can actually use this little knob here, and you can adjust it back when it's on free spool, and use a scale and actually get an exact 20%, 20 to 25% drag pressure, comparable to your line strength. So you don't have to worry about breaking it. You can run the lighter line if you're not using braid, and not have to worry about busting it. I like braid. I don't see why anybody wouldn't use it in this situation, but hey, to each their own. Do what you want. I like the braid. I'm running 50-pound braid. And as far as line capacity on this reel, you get about, I think I have about 350 yards of a 50-pound Power Pro. And I think that's 12-pound diameter, so 350 yards of a 50-pound line, and that's more than enough, especially for a reel this narrow, this size. The reel has 8 ball bearings, and it's extremely smooth, especially on free spool, and that's another one of the things I'm going to point out to you. I mean, this reel free spools really well. Great as far as casting distance, but without the magnetic casting feature that some of them have, which you can look into if you have an issue with that, you really have to have an educated thumb. You have to use that thumb properly to cast this reel without bird nesting or actually burning your thumb really bad. I wet the line a little bit, helps a lot. Another feature on this reel, and probably the biggest outstanding feature on this reel, is the handle. The handle is very oversized, but not so oversized that it's uncomfortable. It's perfect for for larger hands. I have a smaller hand, and you can really get on there and torque it down, and you can get your fingers in there. It's very ergonomic, and the rubber, even if it's wet, you don't lose grip. Another thing that I like about this reel, and I'm being so picky, is that there's no side to side play on the handle. Whereas like the Jigmaster 500 pen reels, or some of the cheaper level wind reels, you'll notice that when you grab the handle, it'll kind of jiggle, as you turn it. And to me, that just loses confidence. It makes the reel feel rickety, which I don't like. So this reel is very tight, precise. It's very good thing that I like about a reel. The lever drag on it, drag plate, drag strength, and smoothness wise, great. Smoothness, bar none, probably one of the better, smoothest reels I've ever used as far as the drag. Very consistent drag pressures, and it doesn't fade. So I mean, if you got a fish that's running real long, real far, you're not gonna lose drag pressure, and it doesn't heat up as bad as some other reels do, different drag washers. I'm gonna go over a couple things that I don't like, and basically the clicker. As loud as it is, um, it's not too loud, but it's great. It's strong. It's a good system. Problem with it that I don't like, very easy to turn on, as you can see, but to turn it off, you got to really push it up. I mean, I'm putting some serious pressure to push that up to turn it off. So if you're fighting a fish, you actually have to reach around, let go of that handle, and click up on it with this hand in order to turn that clicker off. So I don't really care for that. Another thing I don't like, and I think a double dog kit, an extra pawl for the anti-reverse would probably fix this problem. Maybe an anti-reverse bearing, instant anti-reverse bearing, but you can hear that click, and you got about I'd say a little less, maybe a centimeter, a little bit less than a centimeter of play in it when you stop cranking. I don't care for that. And last but not least, something I don't like that a lot of people don't care about. I don't like it, but it's a feature it comes with the territory with this reel. Is that when you turn the drag up, the higher you turn the drag, the more you can feel a little bit more pressure that it takes to turn this handle. You can feel it. It feels like you're getting a little bit of resistance, and I'm guessing that's being so small and having so much drag pressure, and just such tight tolerances. That's why that does that. So initially, I thought there was a problem with it, and there wasn't. It was just me being picky. And so that's not an issue. So if you're having that problem with your reel, it's not a problem. It's just the way that they're designed. The other thing a lot of people don't like, I actually like it, is the stainless steel gears. A lot of other companies like Daiwa, Shimano, they use brass gears, which are quieter, but the meshing on them is never as accurate as stainless steel is. They use stainless steel gears in these Avets, and they're very strong. And the meshing on them is so tight. The tolerances are so tight that you actually get a little bit of gearbox noise when you're turning it. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear it, and it's not a problem. Again, like I said, not an issue. But some people don't like that. It doesn't bother me as long as the reel's working. It's fine. And I guess with the tighter tolerances, sometimes there's going to be drawbacks that people don't like. But I mean, you get what you pay for, and I think I did really good with this. I think I paid like 140 bucks for it, brand new, and I've had it for about a year, and I've caught lots of fish. I've caught a giant trevally. I've caught aku or little striped tuna. I don't know what they're called in the mainland, but I'm here in Hawaii, and it's performed flawlessly, and the drag plate has almost no wear on it. So that's my review of the Avet SX, and that's the 5.3 to 1. And again, it's not the dual speed, but it's a great reel. So if you got the money and you're looking for a jigging reel or an overall around small reel that you can use on a boat for bait fishing or even snapper grouper, whatever, this is the reel to go to. I mean, for the money, spend the money. Don't go buy a cheap reel and then have to buy another one, another one. By the time you do that, you're gonna pay for two of these. So go ahead and look into them. They're very good reel as far as jigging, and I think you guys will like them. And I really hope you like my review of the Avet SX 5.3 to 1. Thanks, guys.